Welcome to Out of the Blue, number 396. Speaking Neo-Swedenborgianistically. We are speaking of the subjective experience of something that is objectively happening in our brain cells. But subjectively, it is perceived as more real than this reality that we share. And I think that is because there's nothing to compare it to. So if it's happening inside your head, and you're having this experience in your head, there is no outside world any longer to compare it to. So when the people have their near-death experience, it seems like a greater reality. It seems more real than real. And they come back and they say, I went to this place that seemed more real than real. And we can say, well, show us some proof. Well, they can't show any proof. It was a subjective experience. And a subjective experience cannot be proved, but we can expect to have it ourselves. It is obvious that we can expect to have something like this ourselves. And of course it'll be subjective then too, but pain is subjective, heat is subjective, caress is subjective, cold is subjective, hunger is subjective, satisfaction is subjective. So we have on our horizon this experience which is purely subjective, but it's also immensely powerful and worth looking into, really. And so, because the assumption is that you will enter this world, we enter this world when we die, and so the near-death experience person comes close to entering this world, which is entering into their own mind. And when you do die, you actually enter it fully, and then what? We don't know. How long, subjectively, is it? Does it seem like forever? Is it 100 years? Is it an eternity? And so, an eternity, an eternal afterlife, is hypothetically, scientifically, justifiable. It is no longer an irrational conversation to talk about heaven, to talk about an afterlife, to talk about what it might be like. And so why don't I just talk about one thing I want to talk about, what it might be like. There's a consistency throughout the literature of water and swimming in water. Some people are on boats, some people swim, some people wake up in a river, some people drink, some people are on fountains, and it's living water, supposedly. And why is that? What is that? What's the foundation of that experience?